do a season double over Leeds. They've made 3 changes to the side that beat Huddersfield in round 16. And in that game, they lost Lachlan Fitzgibbon, Conor Wrench and Toby King to injury. So timely return from injury for Geordie Crowther, who's back and on the bench for Sam Burgess. Aaron Lindup and Matty Ashton come onto the wings for the home side. Well, Leeds, as I said before, won 17-16 in round 16 against the London Broncos. Brodie Croft's drop goal in extra time, separating them from the bottom of the table side. They themselves have made 3 changes. No Harry Newman, so Ned McCormack comes in the centres. Matt Frawley has been dropped and replaced by Jack Sinfield in the halves alongside the aforementioned Brodie Croft. And on the bench, Alfie Edgell comes in alongside Mikel Gudemont, Sam Lasoni and Andy Ackers. If this game breaks open, John Wilkin and Sam Tompkins, we may see the 2 fullbacks come to the fore. Full of flair in an open game.
Very similar players, very similar. They're both really, really quick. Broken play, a bouncing ball, an offload. This is where they both come to light. I think the only reason we talk about Dufty more than Miller this year is because the opportunity gets given with the half-backs in front of him.
Yeah, George Williams and Dufty, that combination is lethal. I think the ambition for Leeds is for Miller and Croft to forge a similar relationship. It hasn't quite manifested itself yet, but without doubt, 2 fullbacks full of gas, full of pace, and can break a game open. I know John Wells is a big fan of Matt Dufty, by the way.
Well, you'll hear that in the comms. We have the interim coach of the Leeds Rhinos on the left-hand side, Chev Walker, and the semi-permanent, we're calling him, head coach of the Leeds Rhinos, Brad Arthur, who will take charge, we now know, until the end of the season. Will they preside over a very important victory and what would be the first time Leeds have won 3 in a row this year? The Wolves and the Rhinos, playoff probables against playoff possibles. Well, the next 80 minutes will tell us plenty.
And that's what Sam Burgess' team looks like.
Leeds are looking fabulous. Dufty for the line to win it for Warrington. That is sensational. There's so much emotion welled up there. It's Warrington back on the attack. Oh, that was special.
Game on.
Here they come, led out by, on the left, Cameron Smith, the captain of the Leeds Rhinos, and Stefan Ratchford, the head man at the Warrington Wolves. It is a crucial 2 points for both of these sides for different reasons. I'd be intrigued to find out who will win this in your opinion and why. Let's start with you, Sam Tompkins.
I think it's going to be Warrington. I think Warrington found the groove last week. They'll continue in that form.
Warrington for me, because they value defending. That's the difference between these 2 sides.
And that means that coaching box you just saw with Sam Burgess, Martin Gleeson and Richard Marshall will be the one smiling if Sam and John are correct. Rhinos will have plenty to say about that. Enjoy it all in the company of our commentary team. Standing by are John Wells and Dave Woods.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Warrington and Leeds, strong top 6 fields for one, outside the all-important half dozen for the other. The playoffs beginning to loom, and the importance of every game just gets larger and larger as every week goes by. Jack Smith is our referee, Tom Grant, the video referee here tonight. Well, Warrington had a mid-season stumble, didn't they, including that Wembley defeat, but they hope they're back on their feet and galloping for the finishing line now after back-to-back wins. And Leeds have gone back-to-back as well, but less convincing against London last week. Will we see the new Brad breed of Leeds players tonight? John Wells, what are you thinking?
Yeah, evening Dave, evening everybody. Well, look, for the Leeds Rhinos, it's a weird one, isn't it? It's almost an audition for them this evening. Now, it can work in 2 ways, in my opinion. The boys at pitchside said as much before the game. The problem, or part of the problem with the Rhinos so far this season, it's a collection of individuals rather than a team. I think being under the microscope and being under Brad Arthur's microscope, it could be a positive. It could really force out the poor, selfish side of everybody, well, and that's not a great start.
That is a mistake. I think it was Rhys Martin who dropped it there as he tried to get up and play the ball. They were pretty average, pretty poor for large swathes of the game against London last week, in which they made a lot of mistakes. And they're starting in similar vein here tonight, our Leeds.
Yeah. Look, and #1 rule, first set of the game, you complete your set, you get a good kick away, and you start to settle into the rhythm of the game. Not allowed to do that. And Rhys, uncharacteristic error from him. I think he's been an outstanding signing for the Rhinos, and he's rightly annoyed with himself, because it is his duty to retain control of the ball. Warrington, an easy opportunity here. They've not had to earn this.
No, an opening set for them inside their opponent's 20 metres with under 2 minutes played. They scored a try with just about 2 minutes played in the match last week against Huddersfield, and look how that ended up. Can they find a similar route through here from this position? Walker out of dummy half, flicking it back to Curry, and here comes Vaughan, the man who got that try. Other end of the field, but a similar distance away, but Leeds' defence is a little tighter. Walker again, switching it back. Curry with a bit of a step, trying to just rip his way through there, but Leeds defenders not going to be as soft as that in that position. Back it comes, Drinkwater. Now it's Williams who dabs a little kick through, and has it been touched down by Matty Ashton? Referee is asking the question here, but that might be a little bit of delicacy that has opened things up right away from the boot, and we're going to hear from the video referee.
It's tackle 4, we've got an on-field decision of a try. Checking onside, offside, into grounding. So everybody to the left of the kicker is onside, so we can play this through now. Just it tight, please. So we're nice and slow on this. Just go back and get an alternate angle on this, just to confirm that Stephen Ratchford doesn't touch the ball, please. Ball isn't touched, so we can play him from this point, and then back to the corner camera, please. This might be our best angle. So the ball is up at this point. Still well in field. I've seen all I need.
Well, I think this is going to be confirmed. So again, it's a quick start for Warrington, just like last week. Matty Ashton missed out last week because of a lower back injury, but he's back fit, and he's back scoring 13th of the season.
Now, take a look at George Williams here, because he provides the try assist. I think it's outstanding. Curry's carrying the ball. Look at George Williams, number 6, gone through in support, following now to the right-hand side of your screen. He's adjusting, he's assessing the defensive line, he organises the shape and the depth outside of him, and then provides a wonderfully weighted kick for Matty Ashton to open the score, and that's outstanding stuff from a top-class player. Great vision and great execution off the back of it, Dave.
Well, Leeds created the problems for themselves, and there's not a lot of communication going on behind the line for them at the moment. But here's Stephen Ratchford, who was immaculate with his goal-kicking last week and try-scoring, looking to add his first 2 points of the night. You can see there's not a lot of Leeds fans here tonight at the traditional away end, but those who have made the journey will be disappointed with what they've seen so far, and Warrington fans in inglorious delight, leading 6-0 with 3 minutes played.
Oh, it's an excellent start for Sam Burgess and for the Warrington Wolves, and for George Williams. I think in career best form at the moment. Ratchford doesn't quite get a fingertip to it. Ashton on his return does, and opens the scoring inside 3 minutes, and that's not a great start for the Leeds Rhinos, but a brilliant start for the home side.
Well, if Brad Arthur was wondering what the character of his side was like, the resilience of his side,
well, he's going to find out.
There's a few questions being asked already, and here he's going to find out in the next 70-odd minutes or so. Can they respond? But Warrington looking fine as things stand, and here's Vaughan again with that threatening carry.
Third, move together, Leeds.
Walker marching in there.
3, go. Don't take a big step forward,
to that left-hand side, and then he's through some paper-thin defending, and puts it back on the inside, and Matt Duffy and Warrington are going back-to-back. This is brilliant. What a sparkling start to the match. And if Matty Ashton thought he was closing the gap on try-scorer Matt Duffy, well, Duffy's just got one back. 15 for him now, and Warrington 10-0 up.
And that's exactly where Matt Duffy needed to be. Great fullbacks anticipate and get on the end of things, and it's a really, really poor piece of overread from Mikołaj Ledski. He'd gone out to solve a problem that wasn't there, and then Matt Duffy, the wing-heeled Duffy, in the best form of his career, I might add as well. He's back on the inside. That's lightning quick. Brilliantly picked by Danny Walker. Dufty in support. He scores another try for the Warrington Wolves. Joint top of the Man of Steel leaderboard as well, by the way. This is the week it goes dark. Yeah. It disappears. We have to anticipate what's going to happen. Him and Mark Sneed, standout players in Super League at the moment, and you can see why.
Goes behind closed doors after this week. Round at 17. Penny for his thoughts at the moment.
Well, is he wondering whether he can get that return flight, I would imagine, after the opening 5 or 6 minutes of this game, because Leeds just aren't out the races.
Well, they were keen to stress he's had no involvement in the preparation. I mean, he only arrived, I think, earlier today, didn't he, Brad Arthur, so clearly. But Shep Walker and alongside him, Scott Griggs have prepared this team for this week. They've had all the input. They've selected the team as well. Ratchford looking to add another 2. One of the easiest kicks he'll ever have. And Warrington leading 12 points to 0. And we barely played 6 minutes so far.
Yeah, and I don't think for either try they've had to work very hard. Matt Dufty, which, you know, John Wilkins said I was a big fan, and well, look, there's the reason why. There's Super League ranks, first for runs, first for metres. Quick play the balls are really important for this Warrington side. It means those last tackle options in particular are on the front foot, and they can get a good kick chase off it. He has been outstanding for the Wolves this year. And as well as all the attacking statistics, I think defensively he's a much more rounded player. I think his defensive organisation and communication has improved vastly.
Well, as we pointed out with the table before, if Warrington win tonight, they do of course go above St Helens. Saints have got a game tomorrow, of course. Small matter of Wigan away. That should be fascinating. But just as significantly, if Warrington win tonight, they're 6 points above Leeds in 7th place. So it opens up that gap between them and Leeds in terms of qualifying for the playoffs as well. It's another step, very much closer to being in the top 6 for Warrington.
Absolutely. I think tonight's game really, I mean, if Warrington go on and win this game, I think the 6 starts, that window for the Leeds Rhinos, that window starts to close. That's starting to get pulled down.
Drinkwater gets the kick away, and Leeds, for only the 2nd time in the game, get hands on ball. Can they complete a complete set here? Fussy Tour with a carry. They haven't got outside their own 30 so far in this game.
Well, the worrying thing as well for Warrington, it's not, they haven't had to put any world-beating plays on. They've been gifted position and gifted territory and gifted large gaping holes through which to run.
Here's Connor going left. Handley's joining in as well. Tackle 3 takes them to within about 15 metres of that halfway line. Connor with a one-handed pickup goes scampering forward as well, just challenging that Warrington defence. It's back towards Smith. A little hop as he carries it in strongly. But they've reached the last play in the set. So O'Connor, Sinfield to his left. And he's the man now, Jack Sinfield, who puts that kick up in the air. It's a challenge, but it's well taken. Well taken. Aaron Lindop on that far side.
Yeah, it's a great take from Aaron Lindop.
And they've got a penalty as well, Warrington.
Yeah, just too much. Got a little bit too excited.
Yeah, time off here.
Oh, it's a great commitment. Eyes on the ball. There's a hand in there from Ash Hanley. That's excellent, but it's just too much work, isn't it? Essaying low and hard and unnecessarily. Yeah, it's too much in the play then. You can see why the penalty's been given. And George Williams takes exception, protecting one of his younger, more inexperienced players.
Just be careful of taking that big step forward. Just before you play it.
Well, the referee is not calling out. Aaron Lindop is only his 3rd appearance. He was only 17 when he made his debut, of course, in the very first match of the season. He's since had a birthday. He's had another appearance and a couple of tries to his name.
Yeah, I know, highly rated at the Warrington organisation. They see a big future for him.
Sam, be really careful on your approach. On the foot. Let's go.
New youngsters who've been given their head this year, aren't there, by Sam Burgess and this Warrington squad.
First.
And the Wolves find themselves back inside Leeds half of things.
Go.
Walker. Here's Vaughan, straightening again, and hits that line. And again, look at the metres, look at the metres. I mean, he was stopped, he's made almost 15 metres. Despite defenders all over him. That's the strength of the fella, that's the character of the fella. Williams, no look pass from him, but Holroyd's chopped down. Back it comes to Harrison. Williams, again, it's a right foot, but it's not very good this time. Lockie Miller picks it up and just able to clear the decks a little from Leeds' point of view.
Good positioning by Lockie Miller, not the best kick option there from George Williams. He just straightened that up a little bit, and Lockie Miller's not had to adjust an awful lot. Interesting, Lockie Miller and Matt Dufty, yes, very similar players in terms of their speed and everything. Lockie Miller is only his 37th career appearance this evening. If you believe he made his NRL debut for Cronulla at the age of 27, so a relative newcomer to the sport, or latecomer to the sport, if you like.
Rugby sevens, of course, as we've mentioned it a bit in the past, especially at the start of the year, the Australian sevens at the 2020 Olympics. So that's his background. Here comes Croft with the kick. Ashton underneath it, catches safely and has a look at what that Leeds chase is like. And again, he's making meters, but he's had the ball stripped at this time. Well, SA Junior involved again there, whether it was him that was stripping.
Well, I think it's average, because it was an average kick chase. SA Junior was 10 metres behind everybody else. Ashton's dipped into the space in between them, and then because they've not got decent first contact, they feel they've had to get their hands on the ball. Again, another very easy positional gift for the Warrington Wolves.
Well, they rattled up 48 points against Huddersfield last week, on a night when they weren't over-challenged, and so far tonight they've not been over-challenged. But there's still a long time to go. Only 10.5 minutes in. Dynamics of this again can change. Here's Walker. Now Curry. Vaughan again, taking on Olejski. And again, look at this, look at this.
Yeah, two good carries back-to-back. Harrison and Vaughan, they've been doing that all season.
Don't give him any space, Vaughan. Just put lots of players in his way. That's how he seems to like it. And here comes Harrison as well. Had to get through some difficult disciplinary issues, didn't he, this week? Had to have an appeal to enable him to play tonight, but he has been given the all clear. Walker, Curry, ball's knocked down by Martin.
Yeah, it needed to be as well, because George Williams was strolling in. They've got issues of the Rhinos at the moment, and they're going to have to fix these on the fly. I don't think they can afford to wait till half-time here. That's a really important hand in from Rhys Martin there, because Jack Sinfield was caught a little wide and George Williams was in for all money.
Paul, it's a scrum. Paul, same message on kick pressure. If you can avoid it, just don't grab it, all right?
So 6 to have a go.
Kick pressure, but the ball's well gone, just don't grab
on the base of this scrum. Scrum play up first, you'd imagine.
Yeah, heads in.
Dufty's just lingering about 10 metres behind the base of that scrum, and then drifts to the right-hand side, trying to make things happen. Roderick Ty threatened with being taken out of play. There are Leeds defenders getting over there, but he does manage to hold his ground, just about. Back it comes to Drinkwater. Inside for Nicholson. Nicholson attracting 3 defenders. So Warrington just trying to make this Leeds defensive line look vulnerable as Curry takes it in, and a nice bit of footwork as well. But then he's felled.
It's okay, it's okay. He's
Walker. Drinkwater had made a dash. Walker goes right instead. Vaughan, a little bit of white line fever, tried to twist his way around, couldn't get through. Walker flicking it back to Drinkwater. This is Williams again with the boot, putting it behind Fusitua, but well, the first one was brilliant from George Williams, the next 2 less so. And Leeds get a tap back on the 20.
Yeah, I just feel like they lost the way there for a couple of plays. Not the most fluent of attacking sets from Warrington. And a 7-tackle set, as you say, playing early as well. Brodie Croft from Ash Hanley. Well covered, though, by Matty Ashton.
This is Handley. Ash Handley.
Move now, Ben!
14 appearances, 12 tries so far this season. So it's a decent return in that respect.
2. Out, Danny! Square!
For Connor again.
Go 2. You go, Paul.
Smith. And SA Junior. The ball goes to ground, and Roderick Ty is the one who wants it most, and not only that, he wants to get to his feet and take on that Leeds line.
Unfortunately, it's just loose play. It's loose play. That's it, the offload's not on, it's not controlled. And again, throughout all of this, the Warrington Wolves have barely got out of second gear. They've barely had to, because the Rhinos keep gifting them possession and territory.
Harrison.
Sam James!
Danny Walker.
Go third.
Watts to his right-hand side. It's Drinkwater and Williams, and Dufty's involved again. Dufty's in the mood. He's in the mood. He fancies a few glamorous moments here tonight. It's back with Williams. Now Curry. Drinkwater. Hurling it over the top. Ratchford looking to stand up Momorowski if he can. Went right, then left, then came back right again and looks for the flick pass. And it's gone to ground, and the referee says too much of a mess there. Too much of a mess.
Scrum.
And it's Leeds head and feed. Leeds will get it back.
Yeah, the Leeds Rhinos need to breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah, just 2 knock-ons there. First one from Warrington, so Leeds ball. I tell you what, I'm really enjoying watching how, for the most part at least, the Warrington Wolves are just dropping into that attacking shape, but they don't show the hand until late. Dufty will just hover 10 metres or so, or 5 metres or so, just on the inside of George Williams, and they make the call late. It gives the Leeds Rhinos very little time to adjust and communicate, and when they're in flow, when they're in that rhythm, they are devastating.
Well, Leeds have not had a sniff so far, have they?
Just need to complete a set, Dave.
Go on.
O'Connor again. Positionally, Warrington have absolutely dominated in... How long have we played now? 15 minutes?
George, you're good now.
15 minutes of this first half.
Third, Matty away.
Leeds barely play the ball inside Warrington's territory. Can they make a difference here? Smith to Croft. These are closing in quickly on McDonald. And they'll get a penalty. An unnecessary push there, the referee's deciding, so it's a penalty for Leeds. So this will set them up for the first set, I reckon, that they start inside Warrington's half.
Yeah, just a late lift of the leg. It's put the Leeds player in a dangerous position, so McDonald just tipped over the horizontal.
Let's go.
Croft. Here's Olechki, looking to set a platform here. Show the attitude. O'Connor, Smith to his left, pawing the ground. He wants to go, but it goes beyond him. It's pushed hard here. They're getting closer, Leeds. O'Connor again. Still 4 tackles in the bag, so lots of time. Lots of opportunity. Reece Martin on the angle is taken high, so they get a penalty.
Yeah, and it was down to a better carry from Mikel Gudemond, who's been brought on early substitution, actually, for Sam Esse, who looked a little off the pace to start the game. High tackle, just a stray arm from Paul Vaughan. Third man, it's just come up off the shoulder. Penalty sufficient.
Be careful, Paul.
But they've drawn that penalty because they've been working over the advantage line because of that decent carry. Statement carry from Mikel Gudemond.
They're going to take the tap, of course they are, because they need 6. They need to get themselves a footing in the game. Right in front of the sticks, it's taken by Olechki. So O'Connor now, options right and left. He's going to go right, where they're numbering up and where Miller has come running across. But it's stepped back on the inside by McDonald, who's just forcing himself, but he's just short of that line. O'Connor waits again now to deliver the bullets back to Smith. Smith with a flat pass. Martin from a standing start, basically, when that ball came to him. Not sure he wanted the pass. He got it. It's Croft. And it just hits a Warrington player. Was it played at? Yes, it was. Referee says it was played at. So we start again. So another set of 6, and Leeds can build something here. As in, it's taken again. Yep, referee's deciding that did come off an intended boot. And Olechki just about dragged, and it's Vaughan underneath that, who got a hold of him and dragged him clear of the line just when it looked like he was going to surge over. Croft. And now he tries to kick, and it's a beauty, an absolute beauty for David Fusitua to grab in midair and touchdown. Referee wants to see it again, don't we all?
We've got a try.
Is this Leeds' opening try of the night? Let's hear from the video referee again.
It's tackle 3, we call the try. Checking onside, offside into grounding. To pause the ball on the foot, and everybody that's in picture to the right is onside. And we'll roll this through in towards something in the corner, please. Just checking grounding now at this point. So the ball is caught clean, it's in possession. We're seeing all I need.
Well, he's had a difficult couple of years, hasn't he, David Fusitua? It's only his 5th appearance of the season this year because of all kinds of injury woes, but that's his 2nd try, and Leeds needed that badly.
Absolutely, they did, yeah, and it's a good finish from David Fusitua. He is a weapon, but it needs good service, and that service came in the form of Brodie Croft. He tried third tackle last play, didn't he, and got a little bit of luck. There was no luck about this. It was a really well-placed kick. Inch perfect. Fussy to her with a leap into the air and a great grounding. It's a lovely kick. Cultured boot of Brodie Croft. And that's a good finish.
Well, first real attacking opportunity. And they have shown a bit of character. They've got themselves a try.
Hi, Tom.
Lovely flight, lovely flight. And Rhys Martin has the chance to add another 2 here. We talk about consistent goal kickers. Ratchford on one side, Martin on the other. If you look around Super League, you rate these as 2 of the most solid goal kickers around. And inevitably he puts it wide. Of course he does. And Warrington lead by 12 points to 4.
Well, I'll tell you what,
When you play the ball, mate,
I was going to say they've weathered the early storm. They haven't. They've put 2 decent carries together and got themselves in a position in the field where their excellent players can produce pieces of brilliance. And it was excellent stuff from Croft. I was about to bag him for trying a kick on the third and trying to thread a kick through the previous tackle. They got a bit of luck from the ricochet. He went again. He doubled down with a much better quality kick. And Fussy Tua puts the points on the board for the Rhinos.
Ratchford away, Leeds back in possession. How do they back that up? Letsky with a very decent carry forward in the first instance. Hammered to the ground. O'Connor collects again. Leeds just looking to pummel their way out of trouble here. Pummel their way back towards the other end of the field. O'Connor. So taken across by Goudemont.
George, stay here. Go third.
Who's 15 short of the halfway line.
2 in now.
Warrington's defence trying to work things here. Trying to slow down the improvement of Leeds. O'Connor again. It's back with Sinfield. And now Martin. They look left. And now they look back towards the middle. Momorowski comes searching back in towards this right-hand side. McCormack, I should say. O'Connor.
Go.
Once more, back to where it came. Kick is from Croft, measured well enough, but Dufty's over there and almost strips his man on the outside. Handley just got a hold of his hips to slow him down.
Decent set after points, though, and they're putting a little bit of energy into their defence as well. Jared O'Connor out of the line on Lindop.
Here's Ty.
They can do with following Jared O'Connor's lead. He's decided he's going to show the way in this set. That's 3 attempts in a row, 2 successful.
There's a boisterous carry.
Go for
Ashton, real energy on that occasion. Couple of plays to go.
Go.
Drinkwater.
Outside, Paul in the middle. Everyone right.
Fussy Tua with a safe pair of hands. Looking back again.
Move, George! Square up, Paul!
What have you made of this whole Leeds response then, John? Since going 2 tries down in the early stages.
Well, I think they gave... I mean, Warrington haven't had to get out of second gear. They've given Warrington everything. They've given them 12 points effectively. I don't think they had to work particularly hard for that. They've completed a couple of sets. They've spent a small amount of time in the right area of the field, and that should give them confidence that they have got the skill set. They have got the ability to unlock this Warrington defence.
Croft White and Momorowski's trying to put the skates on here, but Ratchford's across there, Drinkwater's across there, so the gain is limited to 10 metres inside. At Warrington half, it's Croft again. It's Goudemont shuffling forward. Attended well. And one play left.
Go 5.
Any tricks in the bag here? It's back with Sinfield. It's with Croft again with a short pass. Ty was advancing, so they went a little shorter, but they can't punch a way through. And Warrington will get that ball back after that set is completed.
Yeah, don't mind that. Don't mind that late move from right-hand side to left-hand side, the ruck from Brodie Croft.
Sorry, I was getting excited, John, there. There was nobody at dummy half, and I thought they were about to play, but he didn't. He waited.
I think the one thing that Lockie Miller could probably take out Matt Dufty's playbook is hang around the ball player more often. I would like to see an attack. I'd like to see Lockie Miller sat just a couple of metres away from Brodie Croft. Give him an option, give him an outlet.
They won
bring himself into the game.
They won a grand final Leeds in 2004 for the first time. 8 in 14 years between then and 2017. But there hasn't been one since. The longest time that they've gone without a grand final victory. They've still got a hope this year, but my goodness, they need to improve.
Stand it for.
The Brad Arthur effect there, hoping we'll see that improvement. Warrington at the moment just holding control of this game.
Off that ball, Jared. Go last.
Walker dancing out, back to Williams again, who puts it high again.
10 now, good.
Straightforward take, and Warrington start from deep once more.
Now, this is the challenge for the Rhinos. Warrington have settled into that rhythm. They've gone in set for set, and they're challenging the Rhinos to come with them. This will be the test for Leeds. Can they go set for set with a side that, on paper, are much better than them?
Hold.
Sinfield slotting in a dummy half here. Fossey coming from the wing to lend weight. Well, they're going through tackles here. How many's that now? 4, I think. And they're still very much encamped inside their own half. 2 to go from here. And it was a hand in there. Well, Danny Walker's protesting his innocence, and he's protested a little too lippily. The referee doesn't like that and says, get another 10 yards downfield, Danny lad. And Leeds are given another leg up as well. Penalty and 10 yards to boot.
Keep coming here.
Well, maybe he did have cause for complaint. Did he?
I don't know these days. Look, there's a hand on the ball, but there's nothing in it. You can interpret it either way. It's a lucky break. That's a good carry. That's more like it from Sam Lisoni. There's an injection from the bench.
A little bit of impact from Sam Lisoni. This is Miller now, back on the inside. Croft suddenly sees a little opening, a bubble of possibilities ahead of him, but it closes quickly. Sinfield, short, Martin down. So Leeds again knocking at the door. Conceded too early, but they are showing a response here. Sinfield back again to Smith. Smith with a short one. McDonald.
Move now, Warrington. Find the line, Mark.
He's stopped. It's back with Croft. Croft now. Ricochet might be a good one from Leeds' point of view, and Warrington are trying all the tricks to get out here. But the pass to Ashton doesn't open any doors, and Warrington are forced to drop out underneath their own sticks again.
Yeah, it was a nicely worked play. I was just talking about Lockie Miller trying to get involved in the play via Brodie Croft. The original kick was actually intended for Lockie Miller back on the inside. The ricochet sent it into the hands of Matt Duffy, and then Matty Ashton not able to extricate himself from the in goal.
I think he put a foot on the line anyway, didn't he, before he was tackled? So every way and each way, he was going to have to hand the ball to Drinkwater, Josh Drinkwater, to drop this one clear. So another wave of Leeds attack is coming Warrington's way. Momorowski with a catch, Gudemond with the carry. 5 more plays. Can they plot a way through? Gudemond is slow to his feet here. He's some kind of heavy collision there has left him a little groggy. Smith with a carry. O'Connor. Gudemond's going off, I think, is he? No, he's not. He's just going to the left touchline to try and find his breath again. Lisoni with a good carry. Sam Lisoni taking them within the 10. O'Connor picks up, immediately dances to the right. Oh, and O'Connor's dropped the ball. Saw the line, saw the opportunity, but has lost it. And he's swinging here as well, is Jared O'Connor.
Yeah, he's frustrated, isn't he? Frustrated. Josh Drinkwater's had a word in his ear, I think. And Jared hasn't reacted kindly to it. But it's a great run from Sam Lisoni again that set up this. And then Josh Drinkwater is just having a word with Jared O'Connor on the ground, following that, the ball coming free, and a little shove as well. He's a fiery character, is Jared. He's a bit like his dad.
Only better looking and quicker.
Yeah, there you go, just gives him a shove. It was a verbal as well before that. And he's reacted. Jack Smith rightly just stepping in, calming everybody down. Nothing to see here, fellas. Let's pack that and carry on. I tell you what, the bench has made an impact. Gudemond, I think, has has been a real positive, as has Sam Lasoni. I think, you know, you look to your bench to make a positive impact, to lift your team after the initial sting's gone out the game, and from what I've seen so far, I'm impressed.
Well, Danny Walker's left the scene temporarily. Interchange. Powell has come on in his place.
I'll get some cheers.
Lindop with a carry back to the middle.
Go to better.
Powell now delivers. And an effort, energetic effort from Crowther, who's quick to his feet. But Rhys Martin, well, thought he closed it down, but Lindop somehow squeezed his way out of that. And Warrington again are travelling with intent. Powell waving his arms, wants this play quicker. Williams. And just a straightened effort again.
Held! Release 5!
No further than that for Zane Musgrove. There's another who's fresh from that bench. Drinkwater puts the kick up. Chases on. Fussy Tua's underneath it. Ashton's after him. And Ratchford comes crashing in. And Leeds have to start from there. Well, completion rate there. Warrington 90%, not bad, is it?
Yeah, Leeds surprisingly. I mean, the 80% would have that 81% from Leeds would have shot up markedly in the last 5 or 10 minutes or so, because it was terrible to start the game.
Well, it's more than a contest than we thought it might be in those opening 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, strong start from the Warrington Wolves, but as I keep saying, was allowed to be. I think the Leeds Rhinos still on the bus mentally for the first 10 or 15 minutes of that game.
Handley.
5, move now!
Ackers. Go. Rolling into action as well here.
5.
O'Connor's still on the field, so the 2 9s, if you like, are out there. Great hands, and an overstep from Miller. Hits the ground, it's still the 6th tackle. Cameron Smith now will look out wide, look left. They're still trying to make things happen on this, the last play. Pretty sure it's the last play, yeah, kick and chase.
Okay.
Ashton should have that, should have it covered, and he does, and he can make things happen there, but Croft is across to make sure that doesn't happen.
Go on.
Rare thrills there, John.
Yeah, well, Leeds, they are a team, and they were under Rowan Smith, who were prepared to do that. They were prepared not to stick to the convention and play.
Is that high?
Yeah, that one is.
Yeah. Eight touch judge out there. Jack Smith maybe not the clearest view.
Yeah, I think the terrace underneath reminded Jack Smith on a couple of occasions that hands were starting to stake a little high. There's a bit of needle in this game now, a bit of feeling, I think. Tempo's been ratcheted up a little notch.
So Drinkwater finds touch just about a foot over the halfway line. Powell with a tap. Drinkwater again. Now it's with Williams. Across the line they go to Nicholson. Nicholson dragged down.
Off the ball, Rhys!
Roderick ties up there.
Go on.
Leeds trying to get off their line defensively quickly. In again by Crowther.
Stay on this
Powell, time to look around before he collects from the heels. Now it's Williams. Here comes Drinkwater. And now Dufty, quick hands, all the way to Ashton. Does he fancy the outside? No, he cuts back in the middle. But there's plenty waiting for him, including Miller and including McDonnell. But Warrington is still rolling. Drinkwater, Powell, Williams again, Whittle dummy, step off the right foot, spinning around like he'd been thrown into a washing machine there for a moment, but he ends up unable to make the telling impact. And a carry again by Crowther. One play to go for Warrington. Drinkwater's eager to get involved again.
Kick on 5.
Again, just putting it in there. Momorowski has done well to get down. And Leeds start in a difficult position, but at least with ball in hand.
Yeah, well cleaned up by Momorowski. And a quick play the ball as well. That's allowed decent early yards in the set from Fussy Tua. Smart from Momorowski, that. Ash Hanley in from the other wing. So you've had 3 backs, first 3 carries of the set, giving the forwards a breather. Here's Lockie Miller, 4th back.
Miller's in, but not for long, not for far.
4, moving square.
Warrington squeezing the life out of his intentions.
Play on 4.
Ackers, Smith. Rhys Martin had made a move, but Smith decided he could unpick them on his own, but Curry's got other ideas. Quick pick up again on the 6, and Martin with a kick into that space behind the line here. And that's really well done. Lindop, who's got back there to close that down.
Yeah, it's excellent anticipation from Aaron Lindop. They've gone short side the winger on a short side will stay up, will stay attached to that line. And he had to make a real move. Got himself between the ball and Ash Hanley. And we know what a mover Hanley is. That's cultured, intelligent defensive play from Aaron Lindop.
I just feel like the pace of the game has quickened over the last few minutes.
Yeah, as I think the subs from both sides have really made a difference. Same Musgrove, Geordie Crowther. We talked about Sam Lisoni, but here come Warrington. Front foot stuff from them.
Williams, dummies, half through, looking for support, but couldn't get the arm free. Lasoni did a good job up top. O'Connor had worked well down below. Drinkwater's kick again. Again, Fussy is under pressure here, knowing that he's going to be smashed from behind, and he can't stop himself being carried back into that in goal. Superbly flighted kick, great chase. Warrington get their just desserts.
Yeah, it's brilliant stuff from Warrington. I think the kick the previous set was just a metre or two further. Aston's decided he's not competing for the kick. He's going to wait for Fussy to make contact with the ground and then carry him over the goal line. Really smart stuff.
Around the goal line, make it.
The noise has just come out a bit, and a forced dropouts. We talked about this. Warrington Wolves ranked first in Super League. George Williams directly responsible for 12 of those. Drinkwater it was, I suppose, indirectly on that occasion. But it's been an important asset for them because it allows them to build pressure as they're doing now.
And first carry in is Geordie Crowther,
Move it square, Jared.
a former Wakefield man.
Move on, move, Jared. Come on.
Powell to Williams. Back inside again.
Good
and
carry.
again an intent there from Musgrove as he carries that strongly. And you can hear what the Warrington fans think about that. They love an effort. And that was Drinkwater back to Williams. Bro, quick hands. Dufty stepping, still going. Back to Williams, who's crawling to the line, spins it over. Oh, and he's desperately trying to get over there. But Brodie Croft, I think, came in and just nudged him away from the line at the last moment. Warrington did everything but score. Curry. Well, I think the interim head coach will have been impressed with a desire for defence there from his Leeds players. Williams. Powell. This is Musgrove. Ty's made a run. Musgrove ignores him, goes back for Nicholson. They're stepping, but there's so many Leeds players in front of every Warrington man who carries the ball just at the moment. This is Drinkwater, looking wide. Ratchford on the fly, and it's gone to ground, and it touches the line. It'll be another dropout. Dropout 32 of the year.
Yeah, look, it's just a genuine competition for the ball. Fussy has got over the top. But what about this defence? Good first contact from Sam Lisoni, but Williams was moving at some pace, and it is scrambled, desperate last-ditch stuff. Croft in to stop that final effort from George Williams. Well, the spirit's intact. The attack may not be functioning, may not be fluid, but they've still got some heart.
Oh, that's an awkward bounce. Bit of an off-spin. Dealt with in the end by Matty Ashton, but they come again. Warrington come again. How's Leeds' resolve holding up now? Because Warrington are at them once more. Crowther. Powell. Misses out Curry, goes to Drinkwater. Now it's Williams. Williams out wide. Dufty's joining in. And a dummy and a dart dashing back on the inside. Dufty's second of the night. Used his man on the outside, Roderick Ty, as the perfect foil. And Warrington are back in the scoring mode.
Just again, we talked, didn't we, about top players and how they feed off one another. And Dufty has just fallen into sync here. And you look at the far right-hand side of your picture, George Williams, number 6. Dufty just perfectly in sync, second phase stuff on the outside, just waits for the pass. And I can't tell you how good that lead line was. It was from Matty Nicholson. It absolutely undoes that defence. Allows Matt Dufty to do what he does best. But all the component parts of that attack are great. That's great from Musgrove, but that lead line just holds Singfield enough, and then he has to overchase, and Dufty ducks back on the inside. And if you wonder, we talk about lead lines, Dave, and we talk about the effect of them. You know, if you're in any doubt and you find yourself asking what running a good lead line does, then there's your answer.
Cheers, mate.
What Matty Nicholson did there, I think, bent that defensive shape out of shape and forces defenders like Sinfield to do things they don't want to do. Hold too long, then overchase. And against a player with the quality of Matt Duffy, you're going to get found out.
I feel like we've had it pretty equal on both teams.
Well, some good stats there. 150th career appearance for Matt Duffy tonight, of course. And 6 tries in 5 games now. Not a bad run. Not a bad run.
They're saying both ways for now.
So Ratchford again. Went close to a world record at the start of the season, breaking the world record at the start of the season. Well, he's bagging a few of late. 2 out of 2 so far tonight.
Time back on.
To keep up that 100% record. What was it? 8 out of 8 last week, I think it was. And 3 out of 3 so far tonight. So he's showing some great consistency, as are Warrington, who lead here by 18 points to 4.
Yeah, it's just a brilliant attacking, flowing move where every player in the Warrington attacking setup knows their role, knows their job. And then you've got just the balance and the athleticism of Matt Duffy, who finishes it off.
You're testing me around the line, mate.
So back to where we were in terms of Warrington's dominance of the game. Scoreboard very much suggesting that now. Again, Geordie, I mean, he's carried well, hasn't he, since his arrival, and he's won his side a penalty. That's
a great carry off the back fence as well. It was with purpose, and he could see Samlis on it, and he didn't care.
There's not many brave enough to say that.
It's a brilliant carry. He's not put the brakes on at all there.
Yeah, the initial one.
Yeah, it's just a second bit, isn't it?
Warrington have more or less a full set inside the other end of the field. Curry.
2. Moving square, Sam.
Powell.
Find me, Leeds.
Williams has just drifted to the right, as has Duffy as well. This is Williams. Duffy is on a hat-trick now, of course. Pops one over the top. Oh, that's asking a lot of Lindop.
Backwards 3.
But he's done well. He's done well in terms of getting hold of that ball again. As though it was flying out of play.
I won't take that again.
I was just happy to straighten things up. 2 plays to go. Warrington 20 away.
Hold. Go for.
Searching the blind side. Duffy taking off. Just grabbed a hold of and dragged to the ground. 1 to go. 1 play. Drink water. And again, they're switching back towards the middle. And the ball's stolen. Is it? What's the referee going to give here? No, it's still the 6th. Still the 6th. Duffy with a kick. Oh! How did that fall into the hands of Roderick Ty? I'm not sure he quite knew. But it's a try. Well, by hook or by crook, they do them sharpish tonight, Warrington. Back-to-back in the opening 5 minutes and back-to-back in the closing 5 minutes of this first half.
It's just a willingness to keep the play alive. What I've been really impressed with the Warrington side this year is not only do they all know the roles, they can all play as well. There's football in every single one of these players. Back to Powell, assesses, out to Duffy, and he does get a nice little ricochet off the boot of Jack Sinfield that falls into the hands of Roderick Ty. But as they say in sport, you make your own luck. You put yourself in the right position, you make the right choices more often than not, and you get the rewards. And Roderick Ty, on the right edge, finishes what Matty Ashton did on the other edge. 2nd minute, 39th minute, Warrington tries, and that's a commanding lead, isn't it?
Well, the Hooters stand in the background, so this 4th attempt at goal will be the last kick. Brad Arthur looking on, and penny for his thoughts at half-time. The task that he's inherited here. But he's up against the Warrington side who are feeling full of confidence again. They've got their flow back. Scoring tries for fun in the last couple of weeks. Ratchford. Just a little step onto his tiptoes and then a calm, relaxed approach again. And he's hit it well enough again. 4 out of 4. Well, they started the half at a pace. They finished at a gallop. In between time, Leeds showed a little resistance, but not enough to prevent this half-time scoreline. Warrington 24, Leeds 4.
Dave John, thank you very much. Well, after the start that Warrington had to that first 40 minutes, we probably got the half-time scoreline we would have expected. But with just minutes remaining in that first 40, it looked like the Leeds Rhinos were very much in it, trailing just 12 points to 4. But Warrington have exploded in the dying minutes and now have a 20-point lead. We'll get the thoughts of Sam Tompkins and John Wilson.
Are we seeing Warrington shifting through the gears here as they make their move on the playoffs and a potential grand final in Sam Burgess' first season? Or are Leeds capable of pulling themselves out of the doldrums and put themselves back in silverware contention? Well, the next 40 minutes, Sean Wells, ain't going to answer that definitively, but it's going to be a very good guide to what we can expect for the rest of this campaign from both these clubs.
Yeah, I think it'll probably tell you more about Warrington, actually. I think we know where we are with Leeds. I think with Warrington, what you're seeing here is the development of a really well-balanced squad. I think the halves who work well together in tandem with a fullback. You've got a live wire hooker with a good rotation in Sam Powell, just getting to the base of the ruck now, hard working forwards, and a team who work for the most part really well together in defence. It's if I was a Warrington fan, I'd be enjoying this year.
Nicholson held short of the halfway line. Powell picks up and then milking down this blind side, and here comes Ty. Last tight right. So Williams not the best of angles to get that kick away, but up it goes, and Lockie Miller gathers it in and offering a threat, but dragged it down. I tell you, this is a really crucial phase of the season for Warrington. Look at their next 3 fixtures: St Helens, Wigan and Hull KR. They start tonight in 3rd place. They're up against the side in 2nd, 1st and 4th in their next 3 games. So that is a defining 4 weeks they've got now, isn't it, including this one tonight?
Absolutely it is, and I think exactly the right time for Sam Burgess and the Warrington Wolves. They're just starting to hit a bit of form again, starting to get players back. I know they lost a couple last week, but they win tonight and they go into that with a great deal of confidence. Good run again from Sam Lissoni. He'll always carry 2 or 3 with him.
Well, Leeds might bruise the Warrington ego yet here tonight. Score next, and my goodness, they might pick up momentum on the back of that, but they have to score next. Well, they're putting the pressure on. They've started this second half well. Dufty's a little hurt, both in mind and body, I should imagine, after that.
Yeah, it was smart play from Steph Ratchford, who stopped Momorowski from getting a clean run at that, but they got the next best thing, and that's a repeat set. Steph Ratchford's entitled to hold his line there. Momorowski grabs hold of Dufty, but that's all the experience in the world from Steph Ratchford, just to make Dufty's job a little bit easier. Yes, he's given up a repeat set, and yes, he's actually still on the floor because he's fallen awkwardly, and he's looking at ankle, but looks to be a minor issue. A bit more positive start from the Rhinos.
Remember when that was a thing? Every dropper, there was always an injury.
Yeah, I've got you as well, Tom.
Brad Arthur's down on the touchline. Matt Dufty's okay to continue. Having a little chat there with Scott Griggs.
What did they say?
Just making a few pointers. He's doing well to keep his eyes open, Brad, isn't he? Because, as we mentioned, he only landed today. It's a long flight from Australia. He'll be feeling weary, jet lag in, and not the happiest of first experiences so far as the interim acting until the end of the season head coach. Or maybe longer. We don't know. We don't know. Lissoni powering in on an angle, bouncing out of a couple. Ackers. 4 to his left, the rest to his right, including Croft. This is O'Connor. Well, they're within sight. They're within sight. Ackers again. Dashes left and then goes centre because he fancied a way through. Try telling that to those 3 Warrington defenders who get to him quickly. So O'Connor's back there in that little general's position at dummy half. Croft with a footwork. Match-winning drop goal last week, Brodie Croft in Golden Point against the Broncos. Up goes the kick from Sinfield. Lindop. Well, he started in the field of play. So that was a good kick from Sinfield. And it's another dropout underneath the sticks again.
Yeah, I think safety first for Aaron Lindop there. Yeah, he had Ash Hanley flying in.
Yeah, you're having me on.
Sometimes hard to get your bearings, and moved in the end, just took the ball from the field of play. They'll back the defence, though, the Wolves, on this one. Leeds attacking play, just looking at that a couple of times, guys now starting to take up better positions, but then Brodie Croft, he had a clear opportunity to get the ball out the back to Lockie Miller with Momorowski outside him, and can't help himself but drop that foot. He's always been a runner with a passing game, hasn't he, Brodie Croft?
Moves in, square bench.
Encouraging start to the second half for the Rhinos. Well, it needs to be much better than that. Croft,
Through the line, still
Miller, McCormack at 2. Handley. And here's a little searching effort again from Miller, but can't find even the glimmer of daylight that he was hoping for. So Ackers delivers to Sinfield, and now Smith, and Croft again trying to join up the numbers on that right-hand side. The number 4 flicks it back, but
surrender. Stand 3.
No way through.
Warrington, stay.
Fussy Tour collects his feet again. Croft, O'Connor, bustling effort again.
4.
Attitude taking you to that position. Two plays for Leeds to try and create something here. Smith now into the hands of Sinfield. They've got numbers here. They don't need them out wide because they've got a man nearer to the middle who can find a way. Lockie Miller is over, and those travelling Leeds fans suddenly have a little bit of hope.
Really significant try, really important try, really timely score for the Leeds Rhinos from Lockie Miller. Well, said the attacking shape, it looked a little bit more fluid the couple of sets we had. Croft decided to run it the last one. Ackers the one before. This time, a nice early ball from Sinfield. If you've got somebody with pace and evasive skills of Lockie Miller outside you, give him early ball. They've got the depth, they've got the shape, and it pulled the Warrington Wolves defensive line out of shape. Yeah, nice little hold-up play as well in the middle there from Cameron Smith. But the key there is the early ball. Early pass from Sinfield. Don't do too much. Give it to a man with decent feet, and you get the rewards.
Cheers, mate.
Well, just a few green shoots of recovery potentially. We'll not get too excited. Those Leeds fans are certainly not getting too excited. Not yet, anyway. Rhys Martin with another 2 to pull them a little closer. First kick of the night for him that's a success. 24 points to 10. Still a 3-score difference, but Leeds finding a bit of confidence here.
Right, something to build on, isn't it? Yeah, the more I look at that, the more impressed I am with Cameron Smith. Took it right into the teeth of the defensive line. Now have a look at Lockie Miller. His rankings, we talked about Matt Duffy, how similar players they were. This guy hasn't had the same opportunities in attack that Matt Duffy has, but he still ranks highly. First in Super League for tackle breaks and kick return meters as well.
Stay, boys.
And yet, only 3 tries. That was only his 3rd try this season.
Well, that's because I don't think they've sorted out. I don't think they've figured out how best to utilise him. He's not close enough. He's not involved enough yet with Brodie Croft on a regular enough basis.
Well, they've got heart. Have they got capability to turn that into something better here, Leeds? We saw them in the first half just reverse the trends a little, only to have their shorts pulled down again towards the end of that first half. Warrington have that capability. There's a sprinkling of stardust in amongst their ranks. Martin.
4. Out and square, George!
Ackers waiting. Decides O'Connor on his right, and then decides to skip back to the left. One play to go.
Go 5.
Sinfield again, right on halfway line when he puts that boot high in the air. Duffy underneath it. Duffy with a catch. Has time to size up what's ahead of him before just running straight and finding a good enough Leeds defence. Good enough chase.
Ash, come on!
This is Ty. Roderick Ty. Pushing again. One leg in the air. It's a hopping competition, but not for long. Powell. Ashton's going to have a go.
3.
Gripped. And down. Powell. Williams is coming here with intent and pace again. Has to offload to Curry. Curry
4.
down the middle, as his style this year, of course. Powell to Drinkwater, and here's Dufty, just creating a raised heartbeat amongst those Leeds defenders as he carried wide. And now the last, Drinkwater again. Chase is on, but Fusitu'a always favourite to get up there.
Yep, positive catch from David Fusitu'a. I'd like to see him carry a little bit more out backfield. He's a big unit, isn't he? Don't think he does enough work for me.
Stand to, find this
He's not on the field often enough, is he, at the minute? The last couple of years.
He's on the field tonight. I'm looking at, looking at the carries that he's made. He doesn't feature in the top 5 for the Leeds Rhinos. Nowhere near it.
And a penalty again for Leeds, which just shifts the dimensions of the game a little once more in their favour. Touch found, and a tap 10 inside.
Yeah, it was just George Williams, I think, who'd crept offside along with Ben Curry.
On the mark, mate. Come back, wait now.
Cormac got excited there.
Let's go.
Referee had to remind him, tap it on the mark, so he does now. Sinfield again goes searching back, little push of the accelerator. Warrington were ready. Martin. Again, it's slow. Alechki, shoulders in, chest upright, forward he pushes.
Carries with purpose here, aren't they? Start the second half.
Croft with a short one. O'Connor. Plenty of defenders in attendance, though, to hold his ambitions. This is Sinfield. Back to Croft. Croft with a reach. And then it's Handley, who can't do any better than that, because he was simply outnumbered in a very tight space. Miller back to the middle again. Alechki invited to run back at the angle against the grain.
Off for Tom! Kick for Fusitu'a, go.
This is going to be Brodie Croft. Tries a little grubber kick, and it's gone to ground. The referee says play on. It's still the 5th. There's still desperate measures, and a little too desperate from George Williams, who reaches high and gives away the penalty.
Yeah, I think they were looking for another set of 6 there. There was a bit of a trap and scrap gone on, but the referee had said no. Tackle count continues. Acker's just pulled high by Williams. It's half a step out the line to prevent a pass, and half a tackle. It's neither here nor there, is it? It's much more positive start, and you put that down to the attitude in this forward pack. Heavily criticised this season, but they've decided north-south and with a bit of purpose.
It's low-end force. It's going to be 10 minutes in the sim.
10 minutes in the sim bin for George Williams. I was going to say earlier in the season that would have been a talking point. And it is a talking point. Williams off for the next 10 for that high tackle.
Just wait till he's off the field.
Well, things are moving in Leeds' favour here.
Yeah, well, OK, it's direct contact with the head. It's reactionary more than anything else. But you can see the contact there is clear on Andy Ackers. I don't think George Williams has got many complaints. Opportunity now for Leeds. This is real opportunity.
Leeds come again. Alechki down on the first tackle, but 5 to go from this platform. It looks promising from the Rhinos' point of view. Warrington's mental toughness being tested here again. Can they hold out on their own line? Ackers again patient. Croft into his stride. O'Connor on its way. Sinfield's short pass. Martin spoiled for choice, and it's going to be McCormack. Ned McCormack, his first ever senior try in only his 3rd appearance. And boy, is he going to enjoy that moment for many years to come. But in the short term, it means a lot to Leeds.
Yeah, and they wasted no time, did they? Straight back at the area of the field where George Williams would normally be. They haven't had an awful lot of time to adjust, communicate with one another, the Warrington defence. It was a good set-up play. They've been targeting this side of the field. The attack had looked a little more fluid. That's why Warrington are down to 12 men. Williams is cooling his heels on the sidelines, and Leeds Rhinos play right into that gap. Yeah, George Williams, there's no complaints from him.
You touched us, please, Reece.
Card shown by referee Jack Smith when he finally gets it out of his back pocket, and then we see the try. Good early pass, wide ball, and straight into that. Roderick Tide decided to come out of the line, they know they're a man short, tried to shut it down, and when he breaks system, then it just provides an option and time, crucially, for Reece Martin, who assesses and then passes to Ned McCormack. And he'll remember that one for the rest of his career. Your first try you always remember.
Rhys Martin to add another 2, and no, not quite. So he's missed 2 tonight, Rhys Martin. 1 out of 3.
Oh, dear me.
Well, Ned McCormack's hurt here.
Well, that must have been in the act of scoring the try. We'll take another look, see if we can pick up the source of the injury, but it's just good shift play. Again, it's Lindop who's come out of the line, and you can see there's a little trip there, wasn't there, as he went over the line. Yeah, Lindop and has followed Ty in, actually. They're a number short, and I think in stepping there, he's injured the ankle. I say I remember his first try, I might remember it because it's for as much for the injury off the back of it. Chef Walker with a muted applause.
Well, Brad Arthur was referencing the 19-year-olds in the squad tonight. He's lost one of them, McCormack, but I think another one's come on. Alfie Edgell, I'm pretty sure, is the man who's come on in his place. He has. So, one teenager with his dreams slightly dimmed gives way to another. Alfie Edgell's not scored a senior try yet either, so he'll be desperate to claim that first tonight. 24-14 though, 10 points the difference, and it is game on again. Warrington will be wanting to switch the gears, but they need the ball.
So equally, Leeds are going to have to make hay while the sun shines here. They've got a man extra. There's going to be just that little bit more space between defenders. And they have started this half much more positively. It's not a mountain to climb anymore, still a hill.
Make it, Tom. You're good now.
Hackers, Sinfield. Miller.
Move, Aaron. Find this line, Warrington. Go.
Nudging their way back to the other end of the field, but only nudging at the moment. They're going lateral at the moment. Croft tries to change that, but a pass out to Momorevsky, who just puts the head down and puts the foot down and
surrender. 5 stands,
gets in there by 10 strides. Last play.
That's clear.
Croft sticks it high. Dufty favourite to patch this all day long. But a good, honest, straight chase by that Leeds defence. Dufty's having a look. Dufty's having a look to see if there's any weakness in that chain. But there isn't.
Go on. Just Sinfield, marker.
Sinfield with a tackle.
Move now.
Walker.
Go to.
Back on the field, Ashton, scurry and a hurry. Danny Walker again, and he's just had a nibble out there from dummy half just to have a look.
Go for.
There's Whitehead, Tom Whitehead, another of the youngsters, 21 years of age.
Make.
Tom Whitehead.
Go 5.
It's a kid's game. Drinkwater sticking it up there.
Oh, good.
Pussy too with a very good catch, and then just a bit of a searching pass for Lockie Miller, but here comes Miller. Handley.
Now it's ironic that I say this because Leeds have been searching for this sort of stuff all year. As we take a look at the completion rates, much better from Leeds, but look at Warrington, they've not panicked, 95%. But I've been saying this all year about the Leeds Rhinos. They look to play from anywhere on the field, and there's a temptation when there's a little bit more space that you try and run into the space. They've got to keep their systems in place and pass into space. That's how they'll break this line down.
Smith.
That's clear.
Miller.
3.
Martin has to stop, puts the brakes on, but then spinning around. Just trying to push his body through all those tackles coming his way.
He's lost it, but between his legs.
Croft. Again, they've got a bit of oh, Momorevsky's given it away. Ratchford couldn't quite keep hold. Oh, he's not knocked on. I thought he'd knocked it on there, Stephen. I thought it was going to be a 2 knock-ons, so handed over job, but he kept a hold. Ashton.
Yeah, Momorevsky just couldn't gather it in. And an offside given. The Leeds Rhinos have compounded that error by giving away a penalty.
I think that's one for the crowd because they were baying for an offside there.
Time off.
That's McDonnell, I think, that's
come on, Warrington.
Just taken a yard a little too early.
A couple of false starts, weren't there?
That, you know, again, we were talking about passing into space. That's exactly the right thing that Leeds did there. They actually got themselves into a great position. Momorevsky was going to have a decent run down that right flank if he could have gathered that ball in. And they're going to miss this man, at least for the next minute in attack.
He's an interesting observer, no more than that, as 12-man Warrington
move now, Leeds,
take it forward.
hold, go.
3.5 minutes away from him coming back on, I think.
2 off it now, James!
Ratchford wants the ruck clearing, wants to get on with his job. Helped on its way. Out comes Ackers, gets involved there. Good effort from him. Whitehead beaten to the ground. Walker. Powell back on the inside. Curry has to just juggle with the ball on his hip before he can put himself in serious motion. And that helped Leeds' job of making sure he was stopped. Walker left to Drinkwater. Inside for Dufty. Dufty searching again for a bit of daylight. Never mind teammates, he just wants to get through himself. And at the last minute ducks, but McDonald's got a hold.
Move now! Stay on the line.
Last play.
5.
And they're searching the blind side. Ratchford. Well, again, not a bad place to finish. Leeds having to start 5 out and 5 in. And that's pretty awkward.
Yeah, they're just waiting for this clock to run down on George Williams getting back on the field. And it's the...
Well, the unintentional consequences. Fusitua puts it down on the ground. Shoulder came flying his way.
Yeah, it's great contact, isn't it, from Whitehead, and Powell forced the error.
Just making a tackle, pal. First set of game.
So he's not going to be back for this set, isn't George, with 2 minutes to go. Can Warrington create something without him?
Come in, lads, numbers, let's get in! Numbers, come on!
Where's our playmaker, he's asking.
You need a half! In. Shot clock off, in!
So 6 tackles and 10 metres. And a man short. Walker to Dufty. Dufty has everyone guessing, including his own teammates. I think it was an obstructed line there, so he just held his ground.
Find his line, hold. Holding a make.
Walker.
Go on.
Nicholson. He wants a big carry here. Trundles in there. Leeds defenders.
He's been good again, hasn't he? His standards are always really consistently high.
Go 2.
Walker spins it left to Curry. Curry now trying to burrow his way through.
Held! Release Cam! 3.
All this within the shadows. And another set of 6. Another set of 6. Maybe George Williams will be back for this attacking phase. Dufty. Always. He's grabbed hold of his high. Reece Martin. Well, Dufty's making a play.
Move! Back here. Hold, wait here.
Clearly got a finger or something in his eye there, but he's making sure nobody's missed that. Maybe he's just eating the seconds up to get Williams back on. Maybe that is the plot.
Yeah, it's just a stray finger. It's a stray finger from Reece Martin. It's an accidental contact.
It's not an attacker, mate.
But they can be really painful.
No, he's an attacker.
It's not an area you can really muscle up and protect, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting some treatment, making sure everything's okay. Just the reason they've got that set restart is, I think, unnecessary holding onto the ball by Cam Smith. They dealt with that set reasonably well, got to the back end of it, and then Cam Smith decided he was just going to hold onto the ball and stop Ben Curry from playing it. No need. And they put themselves back under pressure.
Tackle 1.
Well, instructions being issued from Sam Burgess up top for George Williams down on the sidelines. This is what I want you to do, George, when you get back out there.
How do you know that's not motivational music?
2.
So 4 to go, 4 plays. Walker.
Hold.
Warrington
Stay responsive, mate.
with this disadvantage in terms of personnel, but still heavily involved in piling the pressure. And it's another set of 6. Another set of 6. Surely the toil here might take its toll for Leeds defenders. They're being asked time and time again to defend that line, and they are not going to do it. They're not going to do it, because Tom Whitehead, well, he's certainly got over, but has he touched it down? Referee says try in the field, but we're going to go to the video rep once more.
So it's tackle 1, we've got an unfair call of a try, we're just checking grounding. So we're nice and slow on this. You can see the ball at this point. The ball is up, I then lose sight of the ball here. Yes, I've lost sight of the ball there. Anything else on that? Anything you can have possibly eye behind? Go back on this, see if we can find the ball. We're going to call of a try, so in possession. You can see the ball at this point. Try. This might tell us more. So we can clearly see the ball here. It's falling towards the ground. And then lose sight of the ball. And the ball is up, but I'll lose the ball for a long period of time. Have you anything else on that where we can establish if you can see the ball? Try this angle. And we lose the ball. So can we go back to camera 2, please? Might tell us more. Okay, so we can see the ball at this point. And then lose sight of the ball for a long period of time. Back to the first angle we saw, please. We've got an on-field call of a try. Ball is up at this point. Then lose sight of the ball. Based on the angles I've seen, I've made my decision.
Well, no camera can quite get as close as where the referee is there, and he called it try on the field. So here we go, and it's proving to be a night of firsts for the youngsters, because Tom Whitehead has just scored his first Warrington try. He settles their ship 28-14 with an eminently kickable conversion to come.
Yeah, and just not enough evidence for the video referee to overturn the on-field decision when it was referred upstairs or referred to the bunker. And you're right, Dave, that the pressure finally told. Consecutive set restarts conceded by the Leeds Rhinos, and that fight back has been not extinguished, but certainly dampened down by the score from Tom Whitehead.
Yeah, they had numbers then left, didn't they? Yeah.
As you can see, only the 4th Super League appearance of the season. The young lad from Saddleworth is Tom. Stephen Ratchford looking to keep up this this little prolific run that he's on the quiet here. This will be 5 out of 5 tonight. And never any doubt, 30 points to 14. Have they popped for the balloon here, Warrington? Let's hear some news from the touchline. Jenna Brooks is down there. Jenna, what are you saying?
Yeah, Dave, Ned McCormack, the young Leeds centre, came off a short while ago. I've got confirmation it's a hamstring injury. He will not be returning tonight.
Well, that's such a shame, isn't it? A great night for Ned. Only his 3rd appearance, scores a try. 2nd time he's played Warrington, by the way. His debut was against Warrington early in the year. But Leeds with a hamstring injury, and I would suggest that's a picture of sadness at the moment. But 30 points to 14. Has that settled the ship for Warrington?
Yeah, well, look, you know, George Williamson's absence really dulled Warrington's attack and gave Leeds an opportunity. But yeah, I think that gives them a little bit of room to breathe. I think for the remaining 18 minutes of the game, though, I think Sam Burgess and the coaching team will be looking for his team once again to close out a Super League game and prove that they are worthy of top 2 consideration.
They have a poetic licence, Warrington, don't they, when George is on the field, but something a little more prosaic on that occasion, punching through with the big fella Whitehead scoring the try.
5. Hold, go 5. Outside, Sam,
and Drinkwater's kick.
And
Miller just shifts across the grass easily enough to give his side not a bad start here on this set. They'd expect to finish deep inside Warrington territory, possibly with an attacking kick.
Square up, 10. Go 2.
Need to keep it error-free for that to happen. Handley.
3.
Always a threat.
Back this line. Go 3.
Ackers. Smith.
Clear. 3.
Croft. I'm not sure that he and Miller were joined up there. knock on, and that's one of those mistakes, those unforced errors that Leeds are prone to making.
Yeah, well, Andy Ackers has just had to clean up there because it was Lockie Miller not in the right hole. Brodie Croft wanted him on his shoulder on the inside. Ackers has had to run to the rescue to prevent Danny Walker, and Chev's frustrated with that one. That'll have been worked on. That'll have been an area that they'll have identified as potential to exploit in the Warrington defence.
Big weekend, huge tomorrow. Wigan St Helens, the women's game at 5 o'clock, and then the men at 7:30. A big derby, London Castleford. Penalty here.
Well, they've just given up 20 metres, Dave, for chirping at the decision.
Hull KR as well this weekend. That's almost gone under the headlights, hasn't it? That's a big derby as well.
And a vastly improving Hull as well.
And Catalan Salford as well. I mean, huge in terms of that top 6 position as well. Big games everywhere you look this weekend. And we start off with this one here tonight.
Go 3.
And it's Warrington looking to push home their advantage. Whitehead.
Move now, line, get on the line, Sam. 4. Okay, go 4.
Oh, it's a poor pass. It's a dreadful pass, and it's picked up by Sinfield here. Who's almost Brodie Croft, I do apologise, who scored a near length of the field against Lee a couple of weeks ago. There was no danger of him doing that tonight, though. Handley.
Yeah, and it's just an errant piece of Warrington attack. Fallen to Brodie Croft, pinned his ears back, but George Williams had the measure of him. Good position, though, as a result of it. Midway through the tackle count, they're going to end this set with an attacking option.
Ackers for Smith. This is Croft. Ratchford stepping out, but he's missed Miller.
4, George, don't go in!
Warrington's defence makes amends. Croft again. Oh, and then Leeds just give it away. Absolutely give it away, MacDonald. And suddenly Duffy's on the search again here.
0. Stand! Sorry. Go 0.
Yeah, he'd not committed to the line fully, had he? Decided to change his mind at the last minute and has given up possession again. I've liked what Matty Ashton's done. He's not had many opportunities on the outside, but he's bitten down on the gum shield, as has this man, Geordie Crowther, and just gone, right, if you want me to do the hard graft, I will.
It's an easy tackle for Rhys Martin to make. The ball handed to Powell.
Go 3.
Vaughan. Just takes some dealing with. But Warrington have gone from deep inside their own half to on tackle 4. Just probing at the other end. Williams had the arm free for a potential flick, but he couldn't get it away. Last play here.
5.
Drinkwater chunneling it through. Nicholson's on the chase, but Sinfield drops on it. But Leeds start within sight of their own line and within earshot of those baying Warrington fans behind there as well. Oh, it's a real gamble where Leeds going for it, and the gamble was a dud. It's a drop out underneath the sticks. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, do you know what? And I've seen that several times from the Rhinos this season. You know, wanting to play, being prepared to play and roll the dice. And unfortunately, you've got to bear the other side of it when it doesn't come off for you, and they put themselves under pressure again.
What price a short dropout from Lockie Miller here? Long odds? No, he is going short. Well, we know he's got that in his armoury, and he knows it doesn't always come off.
In the air. It's touched by Fuss in the air.
And it hasn't come off because although Leeds got it back, it was via a knock-on, and so Warrington will get the ball here, and 6 tackles to have a go again.
Yeah, Fussy too has tried to knock it back, but you'd see there it's come forward off the hand, so largely irrelevant what happened off the back of that Warrington couldn't gather that.
Early, please, Leeds.
Don't do that again, Lockie. Maybe it was that message. I'm not sure.
Shot clock's running. Andy, time. Let's get in, lads.
He's all right with it.
Shot clock.
Warrington are all right with it because back in control. Williams. Ty's made a run, but so too has Duffy. Line just opens up a little bit. Tries to squeeze through. If he got the arms free there, Williams was underneath the sticks and celebrating. But Leeds doing well to hang on.
Stay. Go.
It comes out to Walker, just pushed over by Samessa.
Find the line and stay. Stay, Jazz. 2, hold. Go.
Ball. Just going through that channel. That channel.
Come on, Andy, you've got to stay.
Right down the middle. What are your guts like, Leeds? Can you handle this pressure? Well, now they'll search wide. It's back with Williams and Ratchford.
Forward pass.
And it was forward. So Leeds escape that little moment of danger and get the ball back here.
Scrum.
Yeah, it's been a little less fluid, hasn't it, from Warrington. And that's the ball that was adjudged to be forward. Nothing wrong with the offload, but the whistle had already gone.
You've got the ball, it can't be late.
So the Leeds Rhinos get away with one.
Shot clock.
Sam's...
Sit back and relax.
Yeah, do you know what? I've been really impressed. Well, yeah, impressed. Just everything taken in stride. The way he speaks, we know what he was like as a player. And there's a real aura about him, but the way he's carried himself, the way he's conducted himself, the way he's got this team playing, doesn't get too up, doesn't get too down. And I think it really inspires confidence in his players.
I think if you'd ask Warrington fans generally, what does success look like this year? And a Wembley final would have been in there, but to be competing, to look like contenders throughout the season, that was an absolute must. Yeah. And they are looking like contenders.
Yes, absolutely are. And look, this is a Super League that I think the gap is narrowing in terms of there are now, I think, 4 or 5 genuine contenders for a grand final. You would put Wigan top of that pile, but the gap between them and everybody else, particularly that top 5, is shrinking.
Okay.
And like the guys were saying beforehand, in the build-up tonight, in that tight pack, finishing second is pretty important because of the advantages that gives you when you reach those playoffs. Warrington improving their points difference reasonably well tonight. 48 unanswered points last week, 16 points the difference at the moment. They're not only going second, but they're taking their points difference to over 200 points. 209 it stands at the moment. Hull KR on +181, so they play Hull tomorrow, and given what happened in their previous meetings this year, you would not put it past Hull KR getting perhaps a big win in that, but it is the Hull derby. Anything could happen.
I think it may be a different story. I think that may be a different story, that one.
Jared off the ball, Sam, come on, find me, come on. Go 4.
Walker. Williams. Oh, SA did ever so well there just to keep him in track, pace for pace.
5.
Walker. Oh, and Drinkwater's lost it, and O'Connor has it.
Yeah, we'll go 0.
Samessa Jr., how good was this?
Yeah, just got hold of the collar, didn't he?
Stay on the line.
Arms outstretched. I mean, he must have an 8-foot wingspan, SA. He's had an indifferent evening, but that was an important contribution defensively, as is this.
Well, this is Warrington turning up without the ball.
Stay here. Stay.
Leeds started inside their 10 on tackle 2. They're still inside the 10. Croft is going to be pushed even further back. They're losing ground. It's minus meters at the moment for Leeds because of this angry response from the Warrington defenders. Lockie Miller tries to change that. Reece Martin has it now. Pops it back on the inside. Miller drifting. Ash Handley's in a bit of trouble here. He's hobbling. He's had a bit of treatment on the field. He's got this carry now, but he didn't seem to be running freely. That didn't stop him sidestepping. Ackers.
Keep coming. You're good now. You're good now. 4. That's clear. Just
now it's Sinfield. Pushes away Walker.
5,
but there's more coming.
Keep coming, Matty. Go 5.
Final play.
5.
Croft again. Putting the skids on. Oledzki is going to go down with the ball. He's got it away, but Ratchford will pick it up. And there's easy meters there to be made for Warrington as that ball is handed over.
Poor end to the set, loose end to the set from the Rhinos. Warrington, well, can the Wolves finish with a flourish? I think they started extremely well. There's been some flat patches in this game. It's not been the complete performance, has it? It's been enough, I think, to beat the Leeds Rhinos tonight, but I think home fans would like to see them finish the game as they started it.
Go 3.
As we mentioned, that big list of games to come. St Helens away, Wigan away, Hull KR at home. If they are 5 from 5 at the end of that in terms of their current winning run, then we know they will mean business. Big test of their credentials in the next few weeks. They've got Leeds again as well. Magic weekend, of course, middle of August. Williams with a kick over the head of Fusitua. Leeds get it back, but not on their terms. Warrington keep the push on.
Yeah, this is where it becomes painful and monotonous for the Rhinos. Nice little kick from Drinkwater, just nudged it into the corner.
Play the ball.
And gone, there you go, Leeds.
Let's play the ball.
Try and work that 90 metres again. And they've had very little luck in doing that.
Stay on this line, Warrington.
They look beleaguered, don't they? It's a body language that says beleaguered, and he's going to be tired, isn't he? After all his travels. He'll sleep well tonight, Brad Arthur.
Save me, Zane. Paul, make it. Go on.
Suppose as a coach, I mean, he's no input on this one tonight.
Paul, a step. Go.
But he will for the next 10.
Paul, you're off, Paul.
And possibly more if they make the playoffs. Reece Martin with the offload, Hanley takes it in. I suppose as a coach, it's not a bad starting position because you can only improve things. There's a lovely kick through. Lockie Miller's on the chase, got support as well, throws it back on the inside. Essay ain't going to get over there because that is a brilliant recovery tackle. It's only dragged down and then a second effort, and it's going to be for the second time tonight, Warrington player in the bin. Off goes Matty Ashton.
Yeah, well, Matty Ashton was already walking off, I think. I'd say it was a great tackle. It's a brilliant tackle. I mean, Sam Lissoni must weigh twice what Matty Ashton weighs. It was an inventive piece of play that got the Leeds Rhinos into the clear, wasn't it? Nice little dab through from Hanley. Lockie Miller waits for the bounce up, and he sees the unlikely figure of Sam Lissoni on the inside. It's a great tackle in the first instance, but look, that's the dominant carry. You can't mess around. You can't buy time like that. And Warrington down to 12 again.
Next is one. Come on, Warrington.
Is it going to be last word, Leeds? Croft, oh, not to play like that. No, it's play on, it's play on. And Momirovski spinning around, reaches out and scores. And it may well be last word at Leeds. They're over again. Too little, too late, surely. With only 4.5 to go. But at least it shows some fight.
Yeah, I don't think we ever doubted the fight and the effort, did we? I think it was execution and lack of ideas at times. And that's determined. There's been some players that have really stood up for the Rhinos. You know, I think Sam Lissoni off the bench has been excellent. You know, it's been some really hard-working middle guys. Jared O'Connor's had a good spell. James McDonald's played well. Here's a quick conversion from Reece Martin.
No, he's missed again. 1 from 4 for Reece Martin. 30 points to 18 the score. Had he shown his usual consistency, they'd only be 6 points behind tonight, Leeds.
Yeah, this is the kick through from Ash Hanley. And look where Ashton comes from. He's a clear 10 metres behind at the start of that break. He does really well to reel Sam Lissoni in. Yeah, Lockie Miller just waiting for the bounce. See Ashton in the background there, full flight, pins his ears back, anticipates the pass, and then makes the tackle. But it's what comes after this that earns him 10 minutes in the bin. Again, second effort, back on, slows down, professional foul. 10 in the bin. Sam Lissoni wanted a quick tap, didn't get it. And he'll cool his heels. That's his night done. Just done that. Reece Martin, he actually shrugged at the referee when he waved that away. That looked to me at first instance like that was a successful conversion as well.
Well, it's a touch, judges behind the stick who have to say.
I mean, I'm not sure that it would have made the difference between, you know, they're not going to win the game either with 4 minutes left. But
Zane, you're good now, mate. Offload.
Now, had he kicked them all, and he's claiming he did kick this one. What do you reckon? Ooh, yeah, well, that angle looks like he has.
Third, straight out, Paul!
We're not holding the flags, Dave.
I'm here, go third.
But it was a goal.
Oh, 4. Move, James! Go 4.
30 points to 18, 3 goals missed. That's 6 points. You know, not easy kicks, but Reece Martin would expect to kick them. And if he had kicked them all now, we'd be in a position here where Leeds could get us into golden point extra time with another try and a goal. And yet it feels as though they've been a long way behind Warrington for the most part tonight. Croft. And, a reach, the pass from Miller, but beyond the grasp of Handley.
Just
another
too
chance
much.
goes.
Yeah, just too much. I think that's maybe a little bit of the naivety, the inexperience, and that's bizarre to talk of a 29-year-old as being inexperienced. We talked about Lockie Miller, his 37th appearance tonight. You contrast that with Matt Duffy, his 150th career appearance. And I think that's where the experience, just to soften that pass a little bit, he's absolutely rocketed that at Ash Hadley. You get better at that the more you do it. Repetition usually equals improvement. Wasted opportunity.
First. Move now, Andy,
There's
Fanny,
Hall.
come on. Go on.
Walker.
Yeah. 2. Move together, Leeds and square. Square, Brody. Go, 2.
Walker again. Straightened up by Zane Musgrove. Samoan international trying to get his arm free here, but can't do so. And it's interference in the tackle, which has led to the spill of the ball, so penalty here for Warrington.
Well, this will probably be the Wolves' last attacking set. Can they send the home fans home happy? They're already happy. Can they send them home with memories of a try late in the game?
It's 4. Let's go.
Holroyd.
Release 1.
Not just held, but dumped down as well.
Hold. Go on.
Ratchford.
2. Move together, Sam. Hold now, Leeds. Hold.
Walker's marched up
Go, 2.
into that position again. Powell and now Vaughan given an invitation to have a push.
Reese, Mick. Hold left, Jazz.
Well dealt with.
He's got hold of him. Go,
Still
3rd. Stay quick,
3
Reese.
tackles in the bag
3rd.
here.
3rd.
Step from Drinkwater. McDonald grabbed a hold and dragged him back.
Square. Josh, get off it. Go 4.
Walker
Leave it, you 2.
dancing left. Inside for Musgrove. Almost extricates himself from those 2 defenders. But he's within sight, and there's one play left here for Warrington to try and conjure something up. Williams back, Duffy, short pass, tie off the boot. But Leeds defence quickly over there to suffocate any hope for Aaron Lindell.
Yeah, well tidied up by Alfie Edgill. Again, Leeds has been with such a familiar pattern, hasn't it, this evening, working it out from a corner. And that's the area that Warrington have really got right. They've completed the sets well, put Leeds in really awkward positions.
Croft, Sinfield, just looking, as the hooter sounds, for some kind of shot play. Stephen Ratchford, what's he going to do? What's he doing here, Stephen? He's just going to wander out of play as the final play. Well, it's been a real mixed bag from both sides, hasn't it? I think both will look back with, certainly Warrington with some contentment at the win, but 1 or 2 ragged areas that need tidying up. And Brad Arthur knows the size of the task now as he looks on alongside Chev Walker. Duffy with a couple. In the end, that proved the difference between the 2 sides tonight. It seemed like Warrington had won a lot easier than the scoreline might have suggested had Rhys Martin kicked at 100%. But it is Warrington's win. They go into 2nd position now in the table. They've beaten Leeds by 30 points to 18.
Dave, John, thank you very much. Yes, with the fixtures piling up for Sam Tompkins, or Sam Burgess, I should say, and the Warrington Wolves, that is a crucial 2 points as they hunt a top 2 finish. Of course, firmly inside the top 6 at the moment. For the Leeds Rhinos, that will have dealt their hopes of a playoff place a nearly fatal blow. John Wilkins, Sam Tompkins, sum up firstly from a Warrington perspective what we have just seen.
I think they were a little bit scrappy tonight. You know, second half having 2 sin bin-ins. I think at times they sort of gave a pressure release to this Leeds side. They were a lot more ruthless last time out against Huddersfield, and I think Sam Burgess will have a lot to work on from that, although it was a win.
20-point lead at half-time.
Yeah,
and it got nervy in the second half of time.
It's sometimes tricky, isn't it, when you're so convincingly ahead at half-time to maintain that level of focus and attention to detail. But Warrington sits 2nd in the table now, and Sam Burgess knows with an incredibly tough run of fixtures that they're going to need to be better than that, and they're going to need to improve. They've got Wigan and St Helens coming up. They play St Helens again just before the end of the year, and you know, it's important for them to be consistent throughout games, and they were a bit scratchy in the second half.
But you take that second place with Saints to go to Wigan tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Warrington going to be confident they're going to occupy that second spot, and I think they deserve it given the quality they've produced this year. You know, they've had the little wobble, and everybody said, are they going to do it, are they not? I think they've proved they still got it. Today they weren't great. They're going to learn some lessons, but they're going to learn some lessons after a win.
Yeah, and Warrington have got, I think, Lachlan Fitzgibbon's missing. They've got Toby King with a hamstring. So in 3 or 4 weeks, you've got 2 starting players coming back into the team, and I can't